Hi, it's Coach Pete. Welcome back to our Thursday Facebook Live. This is a very high-tech thing. It's called motion graphics. That's what they would call it. Our son and his friends in Hollywood, they have motion graphics. Here we have the old-fashioned sign that we want to put on the front of every one of our weekly live sessions. And this says, I can't read backwards. No, this says dealing with super driven family members. Okay, so what we're going to do is each week we're going to talk a little bit about family business and the things that derail families. And so I really appreciate those of you that are coming back and watching. I want to encourage you to show up here Thursday. Send us any questions you have.
Say hi to Ron Capozzi.
Oh, Ronnie Capozzi is with us. Excellent. Ron, thank you so much. Ron is one of my life coaches. See if I can tell a Ron Capozzi story before it's over. Well, I better tell it now. Ron has this way of looking at life, and he says that life is it's like a clock. And this is what happens in family businesses. I've got some dads that, the hand's up there at past 10, 11 o'clock, and dad's thinking well, one of these days I'm going to hand the business over to people, and it's like, look at the clock, dude, you're running out of time. And so it's one of the lessons Ron gave me, Ronnie Capozzi, which is great. But we're going to talk about family businesses, and this week I'm going to talk about differing levels of being driven. And so in April 2010 in Charlotte, North Carolina, right in the bottom of the recession, I met John Sr. and John Jr. at a company there. And what was really interesting was that John Jr. was trying to take over the company from John Sr., and John Sr.'s clock was well past 10 o'clock, Ronnie. I mean, time was running out. And John Sr. and his wife, Nancy, were trying to negotiate and talk to their son and his daughter about the future of the business. And John Jr., in the midst of all those conversations, said that he had a dream for the family business, which was to move in a beautiful, big, new manufacturing facility. And Mom and Dad said, no, that's not going to happen. We don't like that idea. And they didn't like the idea for several reasons, but one of the reasons is that the company was leasing their 3 little buildings from Mom and Dad. But John Jr., he had this vision for this beautiful new building. Parents hated it. And don't forget, the bottom of the recession. Fast forward, because last month I got to go walk the beautiful new facility with John Jr. and his wife, and it has totally transformed that company. And when I got there, I looked at him and I said, who do you think you are? How did you possibly pull this off? Even in the face of Mom and Dad telling him, no, we don't want it to happen, it's not going to happen, John Jr. and his wife pushed forward on their vision, and it has absolutely transformed the company. And so what happens a lot of times in family businesses, some people are really driven and have a big vision, and then other people are very conservative, or they say, no, we shouldn't do that, and we can't do that. And the thing is, John Jr.'s vision has put the family on a whole different trajectory. It's put the company on a whole different trajectory. So what I'm trying to say to you this week for those family businesses that deal with this is, don't be afraid, don't be offended with the driven person. In a lot of families, one person in each generation could be the visionary, they could be the wealth creator. Part of what happens is I get in these groups where there are several siblings, and one of them, again like John Jr.'s, real aggressive, got this big vision, and I tell the others, hey, relax. Be happy that this person has this vision. Get behind this person and help them help you all make this vision come true. I have another family right now where one of the family members had a vision for taking the product they were selling and manufacturing it themselves. And the family said, boy, I don't know if we can do that. That guy drove that initiative, made that happen. That family, that business is more profitable now because of that. So rather than fight some of this differing visions and differing drives, Get behind that, and not everybody has to have the same drive in the family business. So that's an important thing for you to learn. So I have some reflection questions for you this week, which is everybody on the same page in your family about their level of drive and ambition? And if not, what are you doing about it? What kind of issues is that causing in your family? Another thing that happens in this whole subject is everybody tells me they're just as driven and want to be paid the same as the super driven brother or sister. But the super driven sister is sending me emails at night. She's sending me a text on the weekend. She's sending me a new idea for the business. And the others, I never hear from. So, one of the things is to not pretend what your level of drive is. You can see drive in people. People that are very driven, they don't slow down. They get things done. They come up with new ideas. They keep pushing forward to make that idea happen. And some other people, they talk about being driven, but yet we don't see the results in terms of what they create. So in your family, is everybody on the same page? Do you have some people that are talking a good game but not delivering? And then how are the differing levels of drive impacting your business and your family? So we just wrote a blog about this week that we'll be publishing a little bit later today. You can check it out, that has more information on this. The insight that I have for you about this, again, is if you have certain people that are really driven in the family, don't fight it. Support it. Thank them. Get behind it. Behind every great family business are usually one or two people that are real visionaries and real drivers. So what I'd like you to do, forward this on to some of your family members. If this discussion will help your family, please come back and join us here each week. And remember, you got to practice if you want to reach your potential, if you want to be the best version of yourself, if you want your family business to be its best version of itself, you got to practice. All of the great athletes, performers, musicians, they practice, practice, practice. So let me check in with my partner, wife, girlfriend, Karen Walsh. Karen, anything else?
I think we're good.
Okay, next Thursday, same time, same place. And send us any questions. Those of you that joined us, thanks so much. And we'll see you back here next week. Bye.